Welcome back, everyone. This is Ash on Comics. My name is Ash, and in front of you is a comic called Savage Avengers. The genius minds at Marvel decided to take Conan the Barbarian and put him into the Marvel Universe because they've got the rights to make Conan books again, and so, of course, that's just the genius idea, right? How long before Luke Skywalker is running around in the Marvel Universe? How long? What's the over-under on this? Because Conan is so stupid. So this book I had to check out because I saw the cover and I was like, what the hell's this? So I've long been purporting this thing about Marvel, how nothing matters. And I credit Brian Michael Bendis coming to Marvel, I think it was like in around 2000-ish, who brought that idea of nothing matters to Marvel. Now, there were other people who had the similar concepts as Bendis, but Bendis was one of the premier writers, wrote a lot of the big books, probably had the most direct influence on the way Marvel writing went forward, especially since he lives in Portland and actually teaches comic book writers and has a whole cadre of Portland Mafia weirdos who follow him. And so, yeah, he definitely has had an influence in that fashion. So I saw this book and I was like, why is Elektra kissing Doctor Strange? I mean, let's forget for a second that she's currently, like in the issue before this one, sleeping with Matt Murdock. She's currently with Matt Murdock, teaching him how to be Daredevil again. So I was like, what's going on in here? Maybe this is just, one of those line covers. Sometimes they just show you something on the cover, but it doesn't actually happen in the book. So I had to read it. God, this book. Listen to how this starts off. Recently, a group of fierce warriors forced the evil sorcerer Kulan Gath to retreat. But Kulan Gath implied that their victory was a tainted one and that eventually the warriors would serve him. What warriors? Retreat from where to where? What the hell is this? So I didn't expect the art to be good, and I wasn't surprised. But it starts off in the Sanctum Sanctorum. I take back what I said last night. You look like shit. Surprised to see you back. Surprised I could surprise you. I've made you immune to the Sanctum's defenses. To my defenses, Elektra. Kulan Gath has nearly killed me twice now. He mustn't gain my power. If I should be enthralled by him, I'm trusting you to do what needs to be done, and do it quickly. We're rocketing through this affair, Stefan, whatever your name is. That last part was ad-libbed by me. I'm not usually contemplating murder the morning after the first date. Now, Elektra going out to Starbucks for coffees, Elektra talking like this, just as Jerry Duggan ever read an Elektra comic ever? She just comes across like typical woman. She can actually. I mean, if I didn't know this was Elektra, I'd be here. I'd be like, "Was this Jessica Jones?" But it's not, and so she's just Doctor Strange's girlfriend. So it's like, this doesn't make any sense. Is there any editorial? How is she sleeping with Matt Murdock and Doctor Strange at the same time? I mean, I get how that can happen. I don't think that it is happening. I don't think she's actually. Anyways, this whole story is basically of Kulan Gath and how he got his powers, and it's mildly interesting. It's not bad. What I would say about this book is that it's very simple. And I think this is part of the appeal of this book, is it's got like, oh, look, there's badass Conan with a sword. Oh, look, there's a guy getting blasted. And then you can read the narration boxes, and it's nothing overly complicated. It doesn't try to be more than it is. And that's actually a good thing for Gary Duggan. It's one of the things that gets Bendis in trouble, people like Tom King in trouble, because they try to be more than they are. They try to just be all, look at how impressive my writing is. At least Jerry isn't doing that. But when I read it, I can just go, this feels like a comic for a 12-year-old. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I think comics should be for 12-year-olds. I think if I was 12, I probably would really like this book. I probably wouldn't be criticizing some of the stuff that I'm reading, except I would be like, why is Elektra sleeping around? Like, that part. I'm bringing that out because Marvel Comics is dumb and they don't have editing and they need to be mocked all the time for their terrible business practices, right? They just, we should mock them, make fun of how bad they are. You shouldn't, you're the premier comic publisher in the world, in world history. And you are making dumb stuff like this. And then I get, CB Cebulski will go out and say like how great, I think it was CB Cebulski, maybe I'm misquoting him. CB Cebulski, or possibly some other higher up at Marvel who I'm mistaking with, maybe it was Tom Brevoort or someone, it said like, oh, no, our editing is good. We don't actually have a problem. Things actually continuity does. No, it's not. You guys are a bunch of liars. You're either liars or you don't even read your own comics, which wouldn't surprise me considering you make over 100 a month. No one's reading all these books. Certainly not CB. He's off doing food videos and eating a sandwich. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of. I want to like CB. I think he's probably a nice guy, but he's not doing a good job as editor-in-chief. And I don't think he was hired to do a good job as editor-in-chief. I think he was hired to be a nice guy and just be a positive face while executives like Sana Amanat just shape Marvel and their stupid image. Gary Duggan is taking a bad idea, which is Savage Avengers, and not really doing anything great with it. But he's not driving it off a cliff either. And I guess maybe Garrett Dugan is the kind of guy you go for. You go, we got a really bad idea for a comic. Who should we put on it? Gary Dugan. Yeah, he'll take a bad idea and keep it afloat for a while. I mean, he's doing it here and he's doing it in Marauders. But when all said and done, I was done reading this and I was like, would I have wanted to pay $4 for this? No. Was I mad? No. Other than the annoyance. I'm mad at the continuity things here. Elektra should not be having an affair with Doctor Strange. Even if she was available, Doctor Strange and Elektra just doesn't make sense. Just stop with the whole every character needs to sleep with every other character at Marvel. Stop with the whole, let's go through the list. All the male characters, all the female characters, which ones haven't hooked up yet? Let's find a way to get them connected. Every single character will have slept with every other character eventually at some point, and that's going to be stupid and ridiculous, Marvel. Anyways, it's a middling book. I can't give it really 3 stars. Some people might find it a 3-star and be fine with it. It's fine. But some of these other aspects of it, it's pointless. It doesn't mean anything. It's just an excuse to have Conan running around. And Conan, this is a Conan book. Even though it reads like a Doctor Strange book, at least this issue, it's all Doctor Strange. It's basically Conan's the hero. Like the prophecy, they go talk to a Sorcerer Supreme from 12,000 years ago. And he's like, it basically says, that's the one you got. It's like, okay, so Conan's the only one who can do anything, even though he's the only one who doesn't have powers or abilities. Everyone else has got abilities and powers, and Conan's just a fucking meathead with a sword. And I know Conan fans are going to be like, how dare you, Ash? And it's like, I know, within the world of Conan and Hyperborea, Conan's world, I'm struggling to remember, Hyboria, he is something special. But within the Marvel Universe, when Doctor Strange can snap his fingers and send him to another realm, I'm sure Elektra could kick Conan's ass. It's just, whatever. Savage Avengers is an idea that I never jived with anyway, so I'm kind of biased. But take that with it as you will. I'm going to give this book 2 stars. Thanks for watching.